nale foye chete mweko mami nikanga kubiliva ati ndiwe misizini machiwanela chape pa TV Penda wamba chiwerenga chape muma books
Oh men are trash, she said Pirikiti love in a tete
Masuko wakambuka na sese Tete tondolo resa sfupu sese
Kana kupiriva ndise tiri na minyama Nyavenzo mveka mushe vinaleka na kuwama
Biggie man don't let your dream die Biggie it up we wish a guy
Ndimkalale na mano ya kumwesi na numba nsambila kumwepu na fulu kefu kopongo lena chibuku ile shala na kumwefu
Sakulita kutayana kono maka Chinshi twala luila Nokuipatula.
All right, so the breakfast show continues, and of course joining me this morning is Honorable Chendela Mukondo, who is from the Patriotic Front, yes, the party in power, and of course from the media team itself. He's the media admin of the Patriotic Front. We look at a number of issues pertaining to national development. Honorable, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and how is the morning going to you, with you?
No, good morning. The morning is going extremely well, and I would want to wish also and greet the viewers out there.
Thank you so much. Quite a number of issues to talk about, starting with the upcoming conventions and conferences ahead. Just how is the mood in the party and of course the organization itself?
Well, the mood is exceptionally excellent in the sense that it's jovial and everybody has been expecting it. As you know, we have been building this mood from 2018 to where we are now. And to hear that the provincial conferences have been set finally for Wapula this coming Saturday, and then for Northern Province, it's Sunday. It's quite pleasing to everyone, especially that to me now, we are only remaining with Lusaka. And Lusaka, I think it will be coming in the early week of March. That to me now, we have to actually wait for the ultimate thing, and that is now the national convention. So basically, the mood in the Patriot Front is exceptionally well. It's very peaceful, and we have continued also praying for ourselves, among ourselves, especially that we are in this challenging time, the COVID environment, which the president and the leadership in the Central Committee have continued talking about that we need to make sure that demonstrate leadership to our people. We don't remove the guide against this vicious enemy that we have. So basically, the mood is generally very peaceful and very conducive for everyone to thrive.
Interesting. Have you been shaken by the recent General Assembly by the UPND, which seemingly has received quite a lot of praise and recognition from different stakeholders? Just how is the mood when it comes to that?
Well, when it comes to what our friends had done, first you would want to congratulate them as a mature political party that has been on the political platform of, is it Zambia, for the past almost 21 years now. We are clocking almost 20 years to 21 years. So basically, we would want to congratulate them for having their own, and which is an inter-party politics. But there could be a lot of praises here and there, but a lot of flaws also, which we had witnessed. And for us, I think we set the pace. We have always set the pace, and we demonstrate, especially that to us, we have a party president who is a Republican president. For us, I think it has to demonstrate leadership and how things have been happening. We have been very transparent from day one, that is from 2018, to the last day that we are going to go ahead to have our incumbent president, who is, in fact, the one who has been wanted on the grassroots. Because as we talk about popularity, and if you look at our friends when they went there, it was very difficult to know how they did their mathematics. But anyway, we have learned that even the way they had conducted, it's an election, and the outcome, whatever they had, has been accepted among themselves, and that is very important. And our appeal has always been that we wanted them to go through an inter-party election because they are also subject to our Republican Constitution. So for us, as a Patriot Front, this one it's not happening out of their own desire, but that one of the Zambian people, and then also the Republican president. So basically, as a party in power, we are going to demonstrate further how an inter-party convention can happen or conference should happen. So for us, we are going to set the standards higher.
Okay. As a party, you've mentioned over some of the flaws that you have observed with the previous General Assembly that culminated into the election of the National Management Committee of the opposition UPND. What are some of the flaws that you noticed which the opposition UPND made during their convention?
You know, when you are coming out of a convention, you are supposed to know the party president, you are supposed to know the vice president, the secretary general, and then also all these various positions that are in the central committee or in the management committee teams. They should have come out. But what they just did is they just have a president, and everyone who had applied, almost the 70 people that had applied, they qualified just as that. So we don't know what criteria they were using. But what is important that when you have an election, you must be able to see that we had how many people. 3 had contested maybe to be chairman for water, chairman for energy, chairman for this. This is, and at the end of the day, you find that there are important positions like that of the national chairperson and the secretary general. Maybe those, they can be tied with the presidents. But after all these have come out, ourselves will come out as more formidable, because the Zambian people will get to know who will be the running mate. The Zambian people will get to know who will be the general secretary, or the same general secretary will continue. So basically for us, it will be known, and our position for the chairmanship, because when you go for an inter-party election, that when you say all the positions have been floated, they have been opened up, you expect those positions to be open, not just to have ordinary members of the management, or should I say, the central committee. So basically, those are some of the areas that we have seen that these are very too grey, because they give one man too much powers, and that is literally just to say that you will determine how the party operate like a company. You just have to get CVs. Oh, this one, he had applied, I'm going to put him like this. So we find that one man will be an ultimate power in a political party. But for us, General Conference, the essence of having it is when you have built it up from the grassroots to where you stand there, you let the people representative to have a say. Who is going to be chairman for this? Who is going to be chairman for information? Who is going to be chairman for comments? Just like that.
Okay.
So these are some of the areas, and these are big areas. Also the party constitution itself, and then also up to now we don't know our friends. They don't even have a party manifesto. So basically, these are the things that are supposed to come out. Immediately you come out of the conference, you are supposed to have a new party constitution, a revised constitution. You are supposed to have a manifesto. You must have new leadership, and that's from the president, the running mate, who after immediately that president comes out, he will give you all these things which were uncertain to be certain.
Okay. As a party, how do you wish to address some of the key accusations that people have been raising? For instance, when it comes to people contesting for elective position in the party, such as those expressing interest to contest for the presidency, one of the accusations is that the party silences them, and if they do not want to be silenced, they're usually kicked out of the party. So through these conventions and of course conferences coming up, how, as a party, are you looking at addressing that key issue?
We have always addressed these key issues of those people who are saying they're being silenced by, let them be subjected to the same procedure or party procedures that we have been subjecting others. You cannot become a party president if you have not you have never been a constituency chairman. You have never been a district chairman, a provincial chairman. You cannot become a president of a political party if you have never been in the supreme structure, and that is the central committee. So basically, you know, you go anywhere in this world. I normally pick an example of a church. You cannot go into the Catholic Church and become pope if you have never been a cardinal. You cannot be a cardinal if you have never been an archbishop or bishop elsewhere. So there are qualifications. You cannot be a bishop of the same church if you have never been at parish priest. You have never been a parish priest or military, going through this process of being maybe 12 years preparation of being a priest. So even in the Patriot Front, we have guidelines, and these party guidelines must be followed. And these are not something which I'm talking from without. They have been there from inception, from 2001 to where we stand. So basically, those people who have been misinterpreting things, or who have these agendas of hijacking any political party they go to, it's unfortunate. But for us as a Patriotic Front, we have a supreme body, to which we have more than 72 members of the supreme body. And those are the first people who are given the privileges to stand before the provincial committees are looked at. So basically, for you to go elsewhere there, we were hearing about the Wapula conference. This is the reason why those who are standing in that conference, they also have ambitions to stand in the central committee. So we are going to have the 24 who will be ushered in from Wapula, the 24 of them. Those who qualify as delegates in the coming conference. Those in the northern province, there are 24 of them. They will be battling out so that they will be also have a legitimate position in the central committee. So if you look, out of these provinces, we have about 24 member committees. So if you multiply 24 out of there, you have 240 provincial members who are the delegates to that. And then we come to the districts, and we have about 116 districts. 116 districts, you multiply about 24 who are the delegates. That's how we come up with the number of 5,000 something. It's because all these people who have been standing in these structures, they are eligible to stand. So if you don't want to stand from ward level, this is the reason why at ward level we pick about 3. District, we pick about 12. So out of these 116 districts, you pick about 12, multiplied by that. Those are the delegates. So if you don't find yourself among these officials to stand, you cannot come and challenge Edgar Lungu at the conference. Because how are you going to come in? Because only the delegates, those who are eligible to elect. Even when you want to go, even if you are a very good football player, you can't go to FIFA to go and challenge anyone there who is the president of FIFA. If you are not, you have not been in these clubs, you have not been in this national stratum that they have. So basically, that's exactly what happens with the party. So for those people who have not been participating in this structure election, they have not availed themselves to the party. We do not know them. And we cannot have an individual who come on the 4th hour and then say, no, I'm going to represent you. No, it can't happen like that. Even when you saw when our late president passed on, may he so rest in peace, one Michael Chirufya Sata, we had to look from the 72 members of the Central Committee. And that's how Edgar Lungu pops out. He managed to beat the other 11 contestants. So it was, if you look at GBM, he was a member of Central Committee. If you look at then Mauzi Samba, he was a member of Central Committee. Chishimba Kambwili was a member of Central Committee. So basically, we need people who need to understand politics, and we talk about peace and order. We always talk about, last time we were talking about peace and order, it's because of the same order that comes from the Constitution itself. So even in our party politics, there is order that we follow.
Okay, I'm still talking to Honorable Chandler Mukondo from the Patriotic Front, obviously updating us in terms of the upcoming conventions and, of course, conferences as well. Before I let go of you, how do you look at those people who aspire, who have got ambitions to take up some of these elected positions in the party? Do you look at them as surrogates?
No, we have never looked at these people would want to aspire. There is a distinction between an elective position, and that is of, let's say somebody wants to go become a mayor or a councillor or an MP. These are basically elective positions, and these are open. And this is the reason why the president, through the Secretary General, they first opened up in all the areas first. These areas where we don't have our current MPs, it's all open for everyone. And in fact, that one, they have even gone a step further that we are going to adopt. Now, the other one which is happening now, where we have the sitting members of parliament, it is open. This is the reason why the first point that the Central Committee was talking about, we want popular candidates, and popular candidates from the communities. And he said another important point, we don't want to impose candidates on our people. And when they come, these were aspiring among our leaders. We are not regarding them as surrogates, we are not regarding them as any, we don't tag them any, but we are embracing them and welcoming them. As long as you have the credentials with the political party, and that is the PF itself. You have been a member, a grassroots member, a grassroots mobilizer, and you have had no problem with the political party, and that is the PF itself. Then you can stand, you are free to stand. And this is the reason why you have seen in Munari, we have more than 11 candidates who have come out. Not all of them, they're coming from the structures. And if you look at mayor level, I think others will be coming out. Already the incumbent mayor said you'll be defending his position. If you look at Southern Province, others have shown interest because there it is open. Western Province is the same. Northwestern Province is the same. So basically, we are encouraging all our members, those who are seeking elective position, that is direct from the general populace, the 18 million of our people. They are free to come. And we are using that one that it's an opportunity to mobilize the party. It's an opportunity to rebrand the party. It's an opportunity to make the party once again attractive. So basically, we're not looking at anyone who is coming on as an aspiring candidate as somebody who is a surrogate. But we are looking at them genuinely with that fatherly heart, with that motherly heart, as they are most welcome, so that we may work together. But that one of the party structures, the process started in 2018. Others have been aspiring on a ward level, on constituency level, district level, provincial level. And this is the reason why today I'm talking about Luapula. Come this Luapula on Saturday, we are going to have 24 people who are going to be ushered in as in charge of the province of Luapula. Come on the 28th, we are going to have on a Sunday again in the northern province. So basically there is need to understand that there is the party machinery that organizes all these activities, and that's what represents the party. And these are the people that are ushered in to protect the constitution of the Patriotic Front, and then also to market the manifesto of the Patriotic Front 24/7.
Well, Mr. Mukondo, thank you so much for coming through on the breakfast show this morning. And of course, as we did with the UPND, we are also going to do with you. We'll definitely follow through the proceedings in Rapula and of course other provinces where they will be having these provincial elections with keen interest.
Yes, keen interest.
Exactly.
Especially that we're a ruling party. Please,
definitely.
it's
you have
open
to
to
set
everyone.
the trend.
Yes, we have to set the trend, and that's what we want.
Exactly.
And this time around, I think it's very peaceful. Just even, in fact, the way it happened even in 2014, when Edgar Lungu was being elected, everybody was there to see when we were raising our hands, because we wanted to be more open. We didn't want it to have any rigged election. So for us, we just said the simplest way to do is to have an election where you raise hands. Those who are for this person go the other side. Those for other. So it was very transparent, and no one was victimized. Mm-hmm. But this one of the secret ballot, as people had always wanted it to happen, it has been happening for the past, I think, 3 years to where we are, from 2018 we have been subjecting everyone through the ballot paper. And we are inviting all the media houses that may make sure that they send their people.
Amazing.
Sure.
All right, thank you so much for coming through. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much, Amamod.
All right, the breakfast show continues as we take a look at other issues affecting national development. And of course, perhaps I might as well want to ask you, what are you having for breakfast this morning? We just wish you a very, very lovely day. For now, we take a break. We'll be back shortly.
Catch up with the latest and most trending Zambian music videos. We cross borders, so not forgetting our international pop.
Oh, you see, you better watch out. I done the reason you. Shake bum bum fontan, no darling fontan. Superwoman lama.
We don't slow down the tempo. Loving how you feeling on my hips, so XO, XO. You know your body make me feel like so. We don't slow down the tempo.
Your boy born there. Yeah, yeah. Confuse me. Tell me why you they confuse me, oh baby. Your body too attractive, and the way I fall for you, it be like magic. Oh no, the way you did me, I go day. And I know go fit to come.
Catch me on Zrile, your coolest girl on TV, every Saturday at 17 hours. QTV, experience home.
Why be saying that you in my mind? Say you no be option, no be lie. Oh yeah, make you run away, make you fly.